معاونة آخر ولا معاونة إلا بعقد وشروط واصطلاح على سنة فانشعبت المزارعة والمضاربة والإدارة والشركة والتوكيل ووقعت حاجات تسوق إلى مداينة ووديعة رغبوا الخيانة والجحود والمكر فاضطروا إلى إشهاد وكتابة وثائق ورهن وكفالة وحوالة وكلما ترفهت النفوس انشعبت أنواع المعاونات ولم تجد أمة من الناس إلا ويباشرون هذه المعاملات ويعرفون العدل من الظلم والله أعلم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم Muhammad wa Ali wa ashabi ajma'in. As we mentioned before, that ownership or sources and means of ownership are those sources which gives ownership to someone from the very beginning. Thing was not owned by anybody, he is the first one who owned it. So that is that he picked up some mubah and permissible thing which was not owned by anybody, as I give you the example, like somebody who hunted a fish, or who hunted a bird, or hunted a deer. So these were not owned by anybody. So he got it, he is the first owner. Or someone who got some gold or silver or other metals or rubies from its mines, not owned by anybody, the first one who owned it. Got it? I give you all these details or not?
Yes.
Yes. And the other thing is that he is not the first owner, but ownership is getting transferred. So for example, somebody, he had the ruby, so he is selling it to someone else, or he is gifting it to someone else. So here, the one to whom it is gifted or it is sold, he became the owner, but he is not the original and the first owner. He got this ownership by transfer. Got it? So anyhow, now, as you know, that people for their living, they are doing some kasab, something they are doing. So there are certain things which is called usul. The original kasab are the original a'mal for living. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, وَأُصُولُ الْمَكَاسِبِ الزَّرْعُ. Farming is one. وَالرَّعْيُ. And number two, the kettles, the dairy. That is number two. وَإِلْتِقَاطُ الْأَمْوَالِ الْمُبَاحَةِ. And picking up the mubah amwal min al-barr, from the land, the earth, wal-bahr, or from the ocean. As I mentioned, that fish in the ocean are pearl in the ocean, that is in the ocean, not owned by anybody. You found it, so you are the first owner. Firewood in the jungle, or green grass somewhere in the jungle, or on earth, or on land, that is not owned by anybody. You got it, you are the first owner. Min al-ma'dini means from metals, wal nabati from grass, wal haywani or from animals, was sana'at. And the second thing is as-sana'at, the professional jobs, making something. Sana'a is actually manufacturing, the manufacturing. So what are the usul as-sana'at? Are the original sana'at and manufacturing. Min najjaratin, the carpenter work. Wa haddadatin, the blacksmith work. Wa hayyakatin, and the one who is making the fabric. One who is making the fabric. Wa ghayriha, and other things. So, mimma huwa min ja'al al-jawahir al-tabi'iyya. Mimma huwa min ja'al al-jawahir al-tabi'iyya بحيث يتأتى منها الارتفاق. That is to turn the natural jawahir or elements يتأتى منها الارتفاق المطلوب, where from the proper civilization is coming out. Otherwise, the iron is there in the mine, but the blacksmith is working on it. The wood is there in the jungle, but the carpenter, he is working on that. The the fibers that is there somewhere in the trees or in the plants. You know what I'm saying? Like the cotton. Yes. But the hayyak, we call him Jola. You call him what? Jola, the one who is making the fabric. Got it? So he worked on that. And thus civilization came out. ثم صارت التجارة كسبا. And then after that, the business became another kasab. ثم صار القيام بمصالح المدينة كسبا. And then to take responsibility to correct the system of the city or the country, that is another job or another kasab. People are doing their job and they are earning their livelihood. ثم صار الإقبال على كل ما يحتاج إليه كسبا. And then coming forward for anything which is of need for people, so that became another job. And as you know that nature is evolutionary, so new things are coming into existence and new jobs are born there. New jobs are created there. وكلما رقت النفوس وأمعنت في حب اللذة والرفاهية. And when the people nature became too soft or too nazuk, رقت النفوس means nazuk. Yes. وأمعنت في حب اللذة والرفاهية. And people want to enjoy their life. Yes. To enjoy their life. That is lazza. والرفاهية. And to live in luxury. To live in luxury. So تفرعت حواشي المكاسب. So with all these jobs and actions, certain others jobs on side that is born as well. Got it? واختص كل رجل بكسب لأحد شيئين. And for every kasab or every job, a person is fixed or specified because of one of the two things. Number one, munasabat al-quwa, that he has suitable power for that. And power is not only body power, that is also brain power, that he has the talent for that. So quwa is the meaning of talent. فَرَجُلُ الشُّجَاعُ يُنَاسِبُ الْغَزْوُ. So now if somebody is brave, yes, so for him, what type of job is the suitable one? To be a scurry. Yes, to be what? To be a scurry and to go to military. Yes. Wal-Qayyis. And someone who is too sharp in calculation. So for him, Wal-Qayyis al-Hafiz, someone whose memory is strong and he can calculate very swiftly. So for him, Yunasib al-Hisab, the job of being an accountant, that is good. Got it?
Yes.
The job of being an accountant. وَقَوِيُّ الْبَطْشِ يُنَاسِبُ حَمْدَ الْأَسْقَالِ. And somebody whose bodily power is strong. Whose body power is strong. So for him, the suitable thing is to carry the burdens and the loads. وَشَاقُ الْأَعْمَالِ. And to do very difficult things like shovel and pickaxe, because it needs bodily power. وَإِتِّفَاقَاتٌ تُوجَدْ. And such like accidents are happening, توجد, means that exists. فَوَلَدُ الْحَدَّادِ وَجَارُهُ يَتَيَسَّرُ لَهُ مِنْ صَنَاعَةِ الْحَدَّادَ مَا لَا يَتَيَسَّرُ لَهُ مِنْ غَيْرِهَا. So now the son of a blacksmith, for him, the blacksmith job is very much easy. Yes, which is not that much easy for other than him. Got it? Or for this son of the blacksmith, other job is not that easy as this iron work is easy. Why? Because he got developed with that work. His father was doing it. He was observing. Sometimes he was helping. Also, that came to him in his genes. Got it?
Yes.
So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, Waladul Haddad. So the son of a Ahangar. Haddad means? Ahangar. Blacksmith. Wajaruhu. And also his neighbor. Because neighbor is also very much mingled with the Haddad and with Ahangar. So he knows that as well. يَتَيَسَّرُ لَهُ مِنْ صَنَاعَةِ الْحَدَّادَ. It is easy for him to do the Haddada, the Ahangari. Yes, or the blacksmith work. مَا لَا يَتَيَسَّرُ لَهُ مِنْ غَيْرِهَا. For him, other than Haddada is not that much easy, as Ahangari is easy for him. وَلَا لِغَيْرِهِ مِنْهَا. And for other than him, this ahangari is not easy because he is not used to. He does not have it neither in his gene nor he observed this whole thing. وَقَاتِلُ سَاحِلِ الْبَحْرِ, and someone who is living in Malibu but not Hawaii. وَقَاتِلُ سَاحِلِ الْبَحْرِ, sometimes beg you, but you are not the one who is a good fisherman. Yes. How do I know? Because you never brought it. وَقَاتِلُ سَاحِلِ الْبَحْرِ, and the one who is living on the shore of ocean. So for him, يَتَعَطَّى مِنْهُ صَيْدُ الْحِيتَانِ, يَتَعَطَّى مِنْ يَحْصُلُ مِنْهُ صَيْدُ الْحِيتَانِ. So from him, the fish hunting, that becomes very easily because he is used to. Yes, early in the morning when he wakes up, what is there? The ocean. And what is there? The fish. Got it? دُونَ غَيْرِهِ وَدُونَ غَيْرِهَا. He is not that much swift in other job as he is swift in fishing. وَبَقِيَتْ نُفُوسٌ أَعَيَتْ بِهِمُ الْمَذَاهِبُ الصَّالِحَةِ. And Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, now these are good guys, yes, who are useful for the human society because they are doing something, contributing to human society. They are doing contribution to human society. But he said, وَبَقِيَتْ نُفُوسٌ, but there are some other nufus, mean other people, أَعَيَتْ بِهِمُ الْمَذَاهِبُ الصَّالِحَةِ, that the proper ways of living, have become foggy on them. That has become foggy on them. Mean tired means foggy. That they don't know what to do for their livelihood. Got it? فَانْحَدَرُوا إِلَىٰ أَقْصَابٍ ضَارَّةٍ. So they slipped to some harmful actions. They don't know what to do for their livelihood. So they slip to what? To some harmful action. Like what? Kasaraka. Like stealing. Wal-qimar. Or like qimarbazi. Like qimarbazi or gambling. Wat-takaddi or begging. Or begging. And then Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, Wal-mubadaratu, and then exchange. Imma aynun bi'aynin. Either that is a thing for thing. وَهُوَ الْبَيْعُ. So that is called the sale and purchase. أَوْ عَيْنٌ بِمَنْفَعَةٍ, or a thing for benefit. A thing for benefit. وَهِيَ الْإِجَارَةِ. So that is called lease and rent. وَلَمَّا كَانَ انْتِظَامُ الْمَدِينَةِ لَا يَتِمُّ إِلَّا بِإِنْشَاءِ أُلْفَةٍ وَمَحَبَّةٍ بَيْنَهُمْ. And the system of the country, it is not getting established إِلَّا بِإِنْشَاءِ أُلْفَةٍ وَمَحَبَّةٍ بَيْنَهُمْ. But when the people living therein, they have some cooperation and coordination with one another. Some cooperation and coordination with one another. وَكَانَتِ الْأُلْفَةُ كَثِيرًا مَا تُفْزِي إِلَى بَذْلِ الْمُحْتَاجِ إِلَيْهِ بِلَا بَدَلٍ. And that mahabbat or love with one another, mostly it goes towards to give a thing people are in need of without any compensation, for free. أو تتوقف عليه, or even sometime that is depending on that. The inshabatil hiba. So there the gifting procedure came. People are gifting or not? Yeah. Especially when that is a difficult time, like in the very beginning of Corona, people were donating a lot of things or not? Yes, some people, they were bringing big trucks full of milk and full of vegetables and full of fruits and giving boxes to people to take it. Got it?
Yes.
So in sha'abatil hiba wal ariya, and ariya mean borrow. وَلَا تَتِمُّ أَيْضًا إِلَّا بِمُوَاسَاةِ الْفُقَرَاءِ. And also the system in a city that is not getting perfect إِلَّا بِمُوَاسَاةِ الْفُقَرَاءِ, but to show sympathy with the poor people. In sha'abatil sadaqa. So the branch of charity came out. وَأَوْجَبَتِ الْمُعِدَّاتِ أَنْ يَكُونَ مِنْهُمُ الْأَخْرَقِ. And also, dita mu'id means a preparing thing. That these preparing things, they made it mandatory. أَنْ يَكُونَ مِنْهُمُ الْأَخْرَقِ. That from these people in the city, some of them, they will be ahmaq. Akhraq means ahmaq, bewakul, stupid. Wal-kafi. And someone whose mind is working good, wal-mumlik al-faqir, and some of them will be a faqir and a poor guy, wal-muthri, another one a rich, wal-mustankif min al-a'mal al-khasisa, and there will be someone who will not be able to do, for example, the janitor work. وغير المستنكف. And there will be people that they are not hating that. They are looking for a job. If you said that janitor job is available, he said that's also okay. Yes, but there are certain people, if you tell him that janitor job is available, so he does not like it. Got it? وَالَّذِي إِزْدَحْمَتْ عَلَيْهِ الْحَاجَاتِ. Also amongst them, there is someone, he has been attacked by so many needs. وَالْمُتَفَرِّقِ. And there is someone who does not have any need unfulfilled. He has everything available. فَكَانَ مَعَاشُ كُلُّ وَاحِدٍ لَا يَتِمُّ إِلَّا بِمُعَاوَنَةِ الْآخَرِ. So Imam Rahmatullah says that these are two opposite sides of people, but every one of them is in the need of the support of the other. Got it or not it? So there is a doctor who is earning a lot, but can he do his plumbing? Tell me.
No.
Can he do his janitor work? Can he do his carpenter work? And the carpenter, he can do the carpenter or the mason work, but can he treat himself? So that's how the human, they are in need of one another. لا يتم إلا بمعاونة آخر ولا معاونة. But how that cooperation or that muawanat or mutual help will take place? إلا بعقد. That will be based on a contract. وشروط, condition. وإصطلاح على سنة. And they are agreeing on a proper way of these uqud and contracts. فانشعبت المزارعة. So that's why Dawjan has the farming land, but he does not have the tools. Not physically he is okay that he can do his farming. So and Tarijan, he is okay physically and he knows the farming work. So now Dawjan is in need of him and he is in need of Dawjan. Got it? فَانْشَعَبَتِ الْمُزَارَعَةِ وَالْمُزَارَبَةِ. And muzarabat mean that one guy, he is putting his money and the other one he is doing work. Yes, and they are becoming partner. They are what? Becoming partner. And whatever the profit is, so they divide it. Wal ijara. And also, someone, he has, for example, the house. He does not need it. Another one, he needs a house, but he cannot buy. So now this guy, he will rent the house to that guy, and he will take it on rent from this guy. So these are actually the need of human to one another. Washarika. And same is the case of partnership. What tawkil, are making someone your agent or your representative, because you cannot do certain things on your own, so you appoint someone as your agent. وَوَقَاتْ حَاجَاتٌ تَسُوقُ إِلَى مُدَايَنَةٍ. And also the needs are there which take people إِلَى مُدَايَنَةٍ, for debt and loan. وَوَدِيعَةٍ. And also for trusting one another, to put the property as a trust with him. وَجَرَّبُوا الْخِيَانَةَ وَالْجُحُودَ. But in all these businesses and in all these transactions or in all these mutual dealing, جَرَّبُوا الْخِيَانَةَ. Some cheating they have observed. وَالْجُحُودَ. And some inkar and denial they have. وَالْمَطَلْ. And some matal mean that you have given loan to someone and now he is doing today and tomorrow and day after tomorrow and 1 week after. That's called matal. In a hadith, Rasulullah says, matalul ghaniyyi zulmun. For no reason, delaying the payment of debt, Rasulullah says that is zulm. Why you are doing it? He has done good to you, because in Islam, the loan is not based on interest. That is, as a good deed, people are doing it one another. Now you can pay and you are not paying to him back. So Prophet ﷺ said that is zulm. Fastarru ila ishhadin. So now, if somebody is going to deny what you have given him, so that's why fastarru, they are in need of ila ishhadin, to have the witnesses. Wa kitabatin, and to have in writing. Wa wasa'id, and to have the wasiqa, or what they call the guy who is certifying the documents. Notary public. Yes. Warahnin, and also mortgage, that you are giving a loan to someone. Yes. But you don't know he will pay you back or not. So you ask him that, have your house? Yes, in my possession. Have your house? In my possession. Wa kafalatin, and also kafalat. Because, for example, I owe a loan to Dawjan, and he is asking me, and I was asking for time and time and time. But he said that just give me a surety. So surety is that I told him, okay, Hewad is my surety. And Hewad said, okay, if he is not paying on such and such date, I will pay it. So that is called kafalat. So he can ask me and Hewad both. Got it? But there is hawala. So hawala is that Hewad said in such a case that Dawjan, don't ask Sheikh next. Just ask me. I will pay. So it's called hawala. So in kafala, both are asked for. But in hawala, only the one who took the responsibility, he is asked for. وَكُلَّمَا تَرَفَّعَتِ النُّفُوسِ. And whenever the nufus mean the people, they are looking for rafahiyat. Rafahiyat mean for luxury. In shahabat anwa'ul muawanat. So certain types of mutual cooperation, it happens there. وَلَن تَجِدَ أُمَّةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ إِلَّا يُبَشِّرُونَ هَذِهِ الْمُعَامَلَاتِ. And you cannot find any group of people all over the world in any time, but they are doing these type of practices as I mentioned. وَيَعْرِفُونَ الْعَدْلَ مِنَ الظُّلْمِ. And all of them, they know what is justice and what is injustice. وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ. وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. So today Imam Rahmatullah Alayh, in 1-2 paragraphs, he told us all about what? Economy. Now, John.